No motivation. This is something that a lot of people go through on a daily basis, and we have no idea because it is a more internalized situation and it's not really talked about as much. A lot of people use the excuse of they have no motivation due to, not being able to do as much as they want to and practice the life that they have envisioned into the life. And trying things out just feels like a chore and not really exciting. It's something that a lot of people struggle with throughout the world, and it's definitely a big issue when you're first starting out and trying to build up your life into creating this awesome lifestyle for yourself that you truly desire. I would say I've definitely went through this myself, so I definitely have some credibility, but I also want to mention that that building yourself up takes a long time, and it's still an ongoing process. I don't think anybody's perfect, but I definitely want to make sure that that you definitely try and find the issue and really get things going. And it does take a while, and even sometimes you could build up one habit, and that could be your stabilized habit for a long time before you add something else. So I definitely want to make sure that I point that out to you guys. So if you guys are doing something currently and you guys are not able to build upon that immediately, just be patient with it, because a lot of things start to add up next. So yeah, just be patient. Anyway, I would say a depressing lifestyle, or at least the no motivation thing. A lifestyle that has no motivation is a lifestyle where it's filled with nothing but eating, not necessarily doing anything that really they feel passionate about, or even just going through letting life go, flow on its own. They have no direction, no goals, no ambition, nothing. It's the same lifestyle, and it's basically waking up, doing what you're told, which is go to school, and then you might not even be passionate about that, and then after school you're just going home and just laying in bed for several hours just scrolling on TikTok and YouTube. Now, it is pretty common for a lot of people to just, I feel like that's social media, because people are so caught up in social media that I think for people that are super, have a lifestyle built up for themselves where, they have a lifestyle that they truly desire, which is probably going to the gym, or even they have some nice possessions that they've worked hard for because they had the drive and the ambition to really succeed that. I definitely think for me that, my last few videos, when you guys watch the COVID, reflection on what I did, and then also how to build a work ethic. If you guys haven't watched those videos, make sure to go watch them. They're definitely very important to this video. But that lifestyle took a long time to build, and, I was finding things that I was really passionate about, and I had to take a really deep dive into what I was really passionate about. Now, luckily, COVID-19 had just dropped, and I just say that as like an album or something like that. But COVID-19 dropped, and it was an opportunity for me to focus on what I truly desire. And I think that a lot of people need to have that kind of COVID mindset, not necessarily like to be worried about COVID, but to really slow down life and be like, what, this is helping me in a way where I just need to slow down time, because I feel like COVID-19 really slowed down time. But the big point that I want to get into is obviously explaining the lifestyle, but I want to make a quick comparison to a couple movies that kind of really caught my attention, and I feel like this might help a lot of people. So let's get into it. Now, the very first one, it comes from two different movies. It's Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day. Those two movies are basically, I'm going to explain one. But Happy Death Day is literally about a college girl, going through the same day every single time, and she cannot escape it until she finds her killer. And I feel like you could really metaphorically trying to, instead of thinking that there's someone after you to kill you, it's basically your own your own mindset basically that's going to stop you until you decide to stop enduring the pain and try and get away from it, and not necessarily get away from it, but try and fix it. You know what I mean? So in this movie, the girl, she tries to find her killer, but she fails multiple times to try and succeed and get out of the repeating cycle, or the repeating day. And she lives the same life, and I feel like you can metaphorically, or even just, because people that are living the same day every single day because they have no motivation are living the same day because they haven't tried to, or at least maybe they have tried, but it hasn't worked and they haven't found that solution. She tries numerous times trying to find ways to find the killer and succeed in trying to kill him, but it's not working. Eventually she does, but eventually she does. Another movie is Groundhog Day, and basically the guy lives the same life, and then he tries to find what feels right to him, and it's about finding the process of putting things together and, making it work. Both of these movies have been huge success to the movie industries, and it's widely popular, and you guys can see it on screen about the box offices. The box offices, how much the movie had made is quite a lot, and I feel like a lot of people were really interested in that because, people live the same lifestyle, and it could be routine. Now, there's nothing wrong with routines. That I just want to point that out as well. Nothing wrong with routines, because a lot of people find that completely boring, and it's like what I'm talking about. But routines are basically things that are built, in order because it's stable. And I feel like that's even me. Everything is so routine that it just works for me, and that's how I'm being able to be productive all week. So that's kind of like the work ethic, but that's how it built up my life basically. A lot of people are very spontaneous, so it does not work for them. I guess I related to real life on how, you need to find that way to really stop living the same lifestyle, and that's finding out, what's stopping you from doing what you want to do. If you want to go to the gym, but you're living the same life where you're in bed all day, maybe it's staying in bed up until 12 in the afternoon because you have no purpose to get up in the morning. Well, you notice, acknowledge that reason, be self-aware, and put the gym in the morning so you have something to do in the morning. Work out, or even, be able to cook or anything like that. Maybe it's even work too. So maybe, having that purpose in the morning to get up, have work in the morning, and it's about adding stuff and finding things that you're really passionate about, and you gotta be, you can't be groggy all the time and wake up and feel like I'm not even passionate. I don't have no inspiration. Another thing that I want to talk about is a picture that I found on the internet. I found it a long time ago, and it says pain is like a big teacher, is like a teacher, and it will not stop until you have learned from it. It will show up on screen, but yeah, I found that really impressive, but also something that I think is a really good idea. A lifestyle won't change until you're tired of it, that you just want to change it so bad because you're that hungry for it. If you have no urge to change it and you're just sitting there and you're just exhausted every single time, but you don't make action to try and change it, it will not change. Also, another thing that I want to talk about for this video is a conversation that I had. I was talking to this person, and this person was like, well, I just know myself. If I don't do this, then everything else will follow. And I feel like I can relate to that too. For me, I just feel that urge to just, when I wake up for the gym, it's at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I just want to sleep in bed. You know what I mean? It's so comfy. But as soon as I wake up because I know myself. If I try and go back to sleep, it's not going to happen. I'm going to end up missing the gym anyway. And so it's like, why try and block myself from not going to the gym? Just go to the gym and work out. And it's, you know, it's kind of routine because I placed it, I made it a habit. But I think the most important thing is knowing yourself and knowing that knowing your habits and having to try and get over that obstacle. That's how you build up yourself, and you know, you end up having to build this lifestyle. And that's what happens in the Happy Death Day too. She notices her mistakes, and you know, if she does it again, she's gonna get the same outcome. So she try and find a different situation. And you know, you gotta know yourself, know your every move, know your next move, know your killer's next move. You know, the mindset that comes in when going to the gym is your focus. But for me, it was like I wake up and that mindset of, you're tired, man, you're tired, you know, you skip the gym just for one day. And then that other side is like, you know what, I know that he's gonna tell me that I can skip the gym and I can go back to sleep and get an extra hour of sleep, but I'm ready to hustle. So I find a way to just push through that other mindset and just, you know, and yeah, basically. And another thing that I want to mention is that for this end of the video is, don't rely on motivation, but rely on discipline, and also rely on, you know, things that you're really passionate about, and focus on those things. But motivation is not the way to live your life. Obviously, motivation comes from inspiration, and that leads to, you know, aspirations of newer things and being passionate about things. But I definitely think that discipline also plays a major factor in deciding if, you know, sticking through this life of what you've built and what you find important. So I think that's, anyway guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video. This is very fun to explain, and this is something like a new idea that I came up like midway throughout the week, and I'm like, this is such a good idea. Gotta credit myself. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.